So, my name's Matt,
And my name's Molly.
and we're with the Elkins Robotics Club
Online.
online. So, normally we'd be at the Elkins Public Library in Elkins, Arkansas, but with all of the crazy stuff going on to stay safe, we decided we would bring the Robotics Club to you. So, this is our second lesson that we do in the Tinker Squad at Robotics Club. And what did we do last week?
Well, last week we used Play-Doh in line clay to make a circuit.
That's right. So we have one right here actually. So if you see right here, we used pieces of Play-Doh, and they were acting as
Conductor.
the conductor. And then we've got this LED. That's this special circuit element that's going between them. And what does an LED do? What does LED mean? What does it stand
Light
for?
emitting diode.
Light emitting diode. That's right. So we used the LED, we used the modeling clay as the conductor, and we used the LED to basically turn electricity into light. And the electricity went around from the positive, which is the red wire, to the black wire, which is the negative, and lights up the LED. It's pretty cool, right? So this week, we're going to learn how to do that using more circuit elements, more like we do in real circuits. Because I think if you open up your cell phone, do you think you'll find any Play-Doh in there?
No.
No.
Unless you put it in there yourself.
Yeah, that probably would void the warranty. So it works using Play-Doh, but it's not very precise. We can't control. It's not easy to control how much electricity is going through the Play-Doh, and it's kind of squishy.
Well, that's why we call it squishy circuits.
Well, that's why squishy circuits. So in real circuits, we use something else. Well, for one thing, what do we use instead of Play-Doh for the conductor?
Wires.
Wires. That's right. We use wires. And wires are usually made out of things like metal, right? Inside.
Right, which is conductive.
It's conductive. And then on the outside, so that one wire doesn't touch the other, they're covered with a
Plastic coating.
Yeah, the plastic coating, which is an insulator. So in our circuits last week, the insulator was modeling clay. So now we have the conductor in the middle, and we've got the insulator on the outside. So those are wires, and you can buy those online. We'll have some link with places where you can buy this stuff. So the other thing that we're going to need is this special circuit element. What's it called?
Resistor.
The resistor. So the thing about modeling clay is, or I'm sorry, the thing about Play-Doh is electricity doesn't go through it very well, right? So it actually has like a little resistor built in. The resistor does what to electricity?
It resists.
It resists.
Engineers are not very imaginative.
Yeah, we're not. Engineers are not very imaginative with our names. So a resistor resists. And so the problem with an LED is it is such a cool little thing, right? You can put electricity across this, and it'll light up.
But it will blow up if it gets too much electricity.
If it gets too much electricity, exactly. So what we need is the resistor to the rescue. So the resistor resists how much electricity can go through it, and that will keep the diode from exploding. If you accidentally short them out, they basically just go zzz, and then it's not very exciting, and they don't work anymore. Yeah, so we really need the resistor. So resistors come in different sizes, and they're measured in something called ohms, which you can go look up about Mr. Ohm. But there's these little lines on them, on these kind of resistors, that actually tell you what their value is. And so if the resistance number is really low, it'll let a lot of electricity through.
Probably for like bigger LEDs.
Yeah, and if the number's really high, it will let less electricity through.
For like regular, smaller LEDs.
So those are the new circuit elements we're going to use. The other thing we're going to use is this cool thing called a breadboard. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to use this breadboard. They come in all different sizes. You can get little tiny ones. You can get big ones. It doesn't really matter how big a one you get. All you need is that it is a breadboard. And this one is pretty nice. It has down here in the middle, it has this red and this black, and we're going to use that for our battery. So the way the breadboard works is the electricity can flow different directions. So when you have these the boards with these red and black, it might be red and black or red and blue lines, the electricity goes all along here. So every single little hole in here is connected together, one into the other. And then next to it, they're connected together this way with the blue one. So that's the plus and the minus. When you come across here, these little lines are connected together. So if you look at this breadboard, let's see, if we look down here, you'll see it says 45. So these holes right here are on row 45 are connected together. And then on this, there's this break, and then these are connected together. And the idea is that you can stick circuits in here. So here's an LED. If I stick it on that row, I can hook wires up here and wires up there, and they will be connected to that circuit element. So it's pretty cool. They're not made of bread.
No, don't try eating them.
Don't try to eat them. And in conclusion, breadboards are not delicious. But they are cool for making circuits. So we're going to use the breadboard this time. So to get started, Molly, what is the first thing we need to do?
Well, first we need to plug in this battery.
Yep. So we're going to use I'll do this part. One important thing is when you get these leads for your battery, make sure that
they never ever touch.
Well, that they don't touch, but also that you get a kind that all the wires are connected together. It's called tinned. And the ones that we have on the website will make the link. Those are the kind that work because you need them to be able to plug into the board. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug this in for you, Molly. So there's the plus and the minus. Okay. So there we go. So let's make our LED circuit. So how are you going to start, Molly? You're going to start with the resistor?
Yeah.
Okay. So resistors come in different sizes. You can use common sizes are 1 kilo ohm, 2 kilo ohm, 3 kilo ohm. So where are you connecting from, Molly?
Well, I'm connecting from the positive.
Okay. And then
you're going to go to row 50.
Okay, you want to use row 50. Okay. So now Molly has made the circuit from the red side to row 50. So now what are you going to do? You're going to put the LED in? You want to use the same one we were using? Let's use this blue one.
Sure.
Okay. So one thing we want to remember about LEDs is they've got the leads are two different lengths. One's longer than the other, and that's the long one wants to go to positive, right?
So that's the positive, and then the other one's the negative, which you will connect to the other side. So this goes to the resistor, and then the other one does not.
Okay, so that's where you're going to go?
I'm actually going to go
You're going to go that way? Okay.
Go on, LED. Probably best. Go ahead.
Yeah, do you need to straighten your leads out?
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to bend these leads to make them work, right?
Right. You need to either bend them longer or shorter.
Okay, so there you go. So you've got your circuit there. So what's left to make this LED light up?
We need a wire to connect it to the negative.
Okay, so you're going to connect it to the negative. You can connect it anywhere on that row, right?
Right. Like there.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. So that circuit lit up. Pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So that did the same thing as when we used the two pieces of Play-Doh, but now we're using the resistor and these wires instead of the Play-Doh. So what else can we do with this?
Well, we can use a switch to make the LED turn on and off.
We can, but before that, what happens if we put in a smaller size resistor?
That means the LED will get brighter.
Is that what you think will happen?
Yeah. Or actually,
it's hard to tell with this one. It'll get brighter. So you can change the sizes of the resistors, and it will change how bright the light gets. So to turn this light on and off, what do you have to do right now?
Well, right now you need to pull out this wire.
Yeah, you'd have to just pull that wire out. Yeah. That's kind of inconvenient, right?
Right, because then you have to plug it back in again.
Yeah. So what's another thing that we could use, another circuit element?
Switch.
Yeah, can I see the switch here? So this is a switch. This is called a push button switch. There's a million different kinds.
Yeah.
We'll have a link to some that you can buy if you want to. So you need to put it across here so that the sides aren't touching. Okay, so we put it across there so they're not touching. So how do we put in the switch? So this was what lit up our circuit, right?
Right. So now we need to add another wire.
Okay. So we're gonna hook this. I'm gonna hook that one there to this side of the switch, and then you're gonna hook that one to that side of the switch. Okay. And then now where are you gonna take it to? Okay. So let's see if you got it right. Cool, huh? So now when she pushes that button, it lights up the LED. So you can do all of these experiments with a breadboard. You can try changing resistors. You can try putting more resistors in parallel, which is pretty cool too. That makes the resistor smaller. But you can also do this without a breadboard. Isn't that right?
Right.
So there's a website called Tinkercad, and so we're going to show you how to build this same circuit virtually, and you'll see it works exactly the same way using Tinkercad. So now we're going to switch to Tinkercad. So now we're going to do the same experiment we did before, but now we're going to do it online with Tinkercad. So you'll have to get a Tinkercad account, and there's lots of instructions on the web to do that. You'll have to, depending on how old you are, you'll have to get a parent to help you set it up. But once you're all set up, you can create a new circuit, and this is a very important thing. Over here on the left, it shows all these different things. You have to pick circuits and hit create new circuit. Okay. So when this starts, there's all these cool circuit elements over here on the right, just like we were using in reality. So I'm going to start by grabbing a breadboard. And look, we have a breadboard. Actually, I have too many. Oh no. So this breadboard works just like the one does in reality. So we have right here, this is our negative row and this is our positive row, like we had on our breadboard. And see, it even lights up to show us that they're all connected together. And then we have each individual row that works like this. Okay. So we're going to start with our battery, right? You want to start with the battery? So we click the battery. There you go. And we're sure, battery 1, sounds great. So to wire it up, you just click and click again, see, like that. And you can even change the color of the wire. And then we're going to do this one, and we'll make that one black. Okay, pretty cool. So what do we need next, Molly?
Next, we need a resistor.
Resistor? Okay, check. So we can take our resistor. Where do you want to hook our resistor from? You want to hook it from positive?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can drop it down there. And look, when it comes up, we can give it a name, and we can change the resistance value. One kilo ohm is a good number. What do we need next?
Next, we need an LED.
An LED.
And you can change the color of the LED too.
And so, where you want to put the LED? I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, and you can change the color. So which color do you want to use? Blue, like we did?
Sure.
Okay.
Actually, let's use yellow.
You want to use yellow? Okay. There you go. So now we've got a yellow LED. So what's left to do?
Now all I need to do is use a wire to hook up the circuit.
So I just started a wire from there, because remember this whole row is connected together. So let's hook it up to there.
Any negative
Yep.
wire, and you can make it.
What do you want? Blue?
Yeah.
There you go. So then we hit this start simulation button, and
It lights up.
our light lights up. Pretty cool, huh? So just like we did last time, we can grab that wire. We can hit delete. So now we can add a push button.
Push button.
Sure. Yep, push button 1. And I'm going to hook up a wire between it here and there. And then we need to hook a wire from here to here. Oops. There we go. So let's see if that works. What do you know? So I can click the button on here and the LED lights up, just like it did on our real breadboard.
So, and if you hold it down, it also lights up,
yep.
just like on the breadboard.
Yep, just like on the breadboard. So there's all sorts of different circuit elements you can add. You could see we could change that resistor. We could make it. What if we make it 1 ohm? Will be crazy bright. Ah, see, look, it says too much. It blew up. So we'll make it 500 ohms. Let's see if that's better. That's better. So this is
it blew up a lot.
Yeah, because we let too much electricity go through the LED. So, so this is a free tool that you can get a account on, and you can build all sorts of crazy circuits on it without even having an actual breadboard. So, so Molly and I hope you enjoyed this lesson from the Tinker Squad. My name's Matt.
My name's Molly.
And we're with the Elkins Robotics Club. So if you like this video, please subscribe and like our group. So thank you.